All right, back to Wacht on Rhein. I am doing the 5th Army Sector, well, the 5th Panzer Army Sector. As you see here, I put some units in prepared assault. They actually moved up into this hex, but the 10th Armored Division was able to repel them back. They brought in their artillery and was able to get an AS-1. So instead of taking a step loss and making an attack, I decided to back up, and we will remove this because they will not make the attack, which is fine because I want to get more units in place. I want to get actually that engineer in place to help out. So we're not going to take any step losses. As you can see, they're only a 2-step unit. So they're a 2-step company unit. And I need full strength coming in. Up here, we are gonna do now Allied. Let me try to set you guys down. Got so many counters on the map, I don't want to disturb them. So let's see here. We have the 7th Armor. It's a company. And a company unit can bring in, I'll just show you guys how this is read with the original charts for Wacht on Rhein. Again, the Observer is a company, Allied. You can bring in 2. If it's an IP, it's times 1.5. If it's in PA or an entrenchment, it's times 3 of that number. They are building an IP, but they're not an IP as of yet, so it's just going to be 2. So they can bring in 2 artillery units. If they're on a vantage point, they can bring in a 3rd at no cost. Let's see, are they? Nope. So the 7th Armor doesn't have actually any artillery units at all. So since they don't have any artillery units, they can only bring in 1 unit from the Corps or Army asset. Just gonna try to move you guys up. So what we'll do is we'll bring up 1 from up here, and it has a range of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll hit this one here, 8. The value is 3, so they have a barrage factor of 3. And what is going to be the dice modifiers? Let's see. So already I know it's going to be a mixed. So it is 5 steps, which gives it a +1, but we're mixed, which is a -2, so it's just a -1 to the roll. Rolls a 7, -1's a 6, and that's going to be an AS. So they were able to drop an AS marker on them. And that AS marker, you know, if you've been watching these videos or you know GOSS, it's a column shift when they make an attack in favor of the defender. All right, they rolled a 0, which is a 0 in this game. It's not a 10. So no ammo depletion on their attack. That's done. Let's go up to the other 7th Armor. Let me put you guys down. Okay, let me fix this map. Okay, so we got a couple of things. This unit can spot here, this can spot here, this can spot for that. So let's see what we're gonna do. So let's do this. Let's spot for this. Again, that's the 7th Armor. There is no 7th Armor artillery, so they're going to bring in 1 artillery unit from the core, and that's only a 2 value. Let's see what the, so we got 3 steps. Let's take this away. 5 steps, so we got 5 steps, that's a +1. So it's just gonna be a +1 to the roll on a 2. Rolls a 4. Comes a 5, and that is nothing. So they miss. And they're good at ADV roll. So nothing happens at ADV. So they spotted and fired at this unit. So this unit cannot be attacked anymore. So let's look at this guy and go after this. Again, only a 2 barrage factor is going to go in. So it's a 2. And the step is going to be 3. All right, so nothing on step, so it's just a straight up roll. A 9 is a 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to retreat and satisfy that 1. And we're moving in movement covered terrain, so there is no step loss. We're doing that. All right. So we satisfied it, and they rolled a 2 for their ADV, so they're safe. All right. So this guy spotted. This guy spotted. This guy spotted. This guy spotted for here, and that's it. All right. So they did theirs. Now let's see about the Germans. It is the Germans' turn to fire. First things first, do we want to fire on this unit here? What do I have going in? So we're pretty strong here. We're pretty strong here. We will get a shift. Our tanks are not going to be effective in the forest. If I pound it with artillery, then I might make it retreat. If it retreats, it gets an AS marker, and if it retreats back into here, we can attack it here. This unit cannot help. It'll be only the unit that we're attacking that can fight. Okay, we'll do that. Do I even have artillery that can reach? This is 116 Panzer. So I have one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. No, and then we don't have artillery that can help. All right, so nothing's gonna happen there. We'll just go into combat after. How about here? If we go in here and drop down, it can retreat in here. It can retreat. If it retreats back here, that's not movement covered terrain, but it can retreat here. Let's see if we can do some damage. All right, so we have, who's on? A vantage point. Okay. All right, so this unit's a battalion, and a battalion so we can bring in 3 times 3, so we can actually bring in 9 artillery units. So we're bringing these 2 here, so that's going to give us 5, and then we're going to bring in units from our core and units from an adjacent division. So we're bringing this unit here, this unit here. So that's 3, 6, 11 here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery units at a 9. So we have 5 more left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're bringing that unit. I think that's all we can bring in. All right, so let's see here. 11, 13. 13. Okay. So 13, so that's going to be 1 volley of 8, 1 volley of 5. Because the max you can bring in is a volley of 8. So 1 volley of 8, 1 volley of 5. And they're going to get dice modifiers -1 because they're 2-step. -2 because they're mixed, so that's -3. And they have to choose between this or terrain. So they'll take the IP, a -2 for the IP, so altogether -5 to the roll. It's going to be tough to do anything, but let's roll. So 1 at 5, 1 at 8. So the 8, we roll the 4, becomes a 12. 12 minus 5 is a 7. So let's see, a 7 on an 8. Oh, I take that back. We roll a 4. 4 minus 5 is -0, -1, so nothing happens there. We roll an 8. 8 minus 5 is a 3. AS. Got an AS marker on him, which is good. And I explain what just happened because it's different from the 2020 rules. Okay, so this is how it is. We had a volley of 8, a volley of 5, right? We had a -5 for the allies to the roll. So this was the roll for the 8, this was the roll for the 5. You don't add this with the 8. You just take that number, which is the dice modifier. I mean the dice roll. And you minus or you add to that number. So we had a -5, which is a -1. So as you can see, no effect. -5 from 8 is a 3. And a 3 is an AS. And that's how we got our number. They changed it in the rules moving forward where you add up your volley number, which is the 8, and the dice roll, and then you do your subtractions from there, but not in the original rules of Wacht, which I like. It's clean, simple, to the point. All right, so there's an AS, and now I'm going to roll my ADV. A 2. So we are good. So no one gets depleted. So everybody is fine, and we are done with fire support. And now we can jump into combat. Yeah, so before we do combat, do I want to stop an attack from happening? Nope, I'll go through with everything. All right, so we'll start with this one here. So we have 7, 5 is a 12. 12 and 7 is 19. 19 and 7 is 26. So we have 26 going in to 7. So that's going to be 4 to 1. Does that go up by 1 to 0.5? 26, 7. Oops. Someone was calling me. Yeah, so it is 4 to 1. Someone's trying to call me. All right, so yeah, so we got 4 to 1, and now we go into shifts. All right, they're in rough. So the column shifts are going to be, we get for the attacker PA. I have a leader who's going to give me a shift. So we have 2 column shifts for the attacker. The defender has just the IP, but we negate it with the engineer, so that's nothing for them. And looks like that is it. We're going to get 2 shifts for the attacker. 1, 2. Now we go to dice modifiers. No combat reserve for anybody. Oh, we get another shift. I almost forgot for artillery shift. So let me take that off. That's already set. Now dice modifiers. No combat reserve. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Nope, they can't because they have to be from the same division. So that doesn't count. All right, so going back. No combat reserve. Next is rib. CCA. CCA. He can pull from here, so he gets -10. However, we have, let's see, Hans, that's +10, so that becomes a 0. And then this is another +10, so we have a +10 that goes to the attackers. Armor. They have a 4. Our best unit here is, oh, we don't even have armor. That's not good. We have a 2. So this is what's going to happen, guys. They have a 4, we have a 2. They have 2 in their favor. However, the stream will take away 1, so they're coming in with 1, which is going to be a +10. I mean a -10. So our +10, their -10 negates each other. Last is our PR. I will go in with a 7 for this unit. So this unit will take the first step loss since I'm leading with this unit. And they are an 8. So they're going to get a -5. So at the end of the day, we're at max on the sheet with a -5 to the roll. Germans fire. 69 becomes a 64. Becomes a 2-1. 2 discretionary, 1 mandatory. 51. They get, where were they? 46. No effect. So there's no effect against the Germans. So they have to take a step loss first. Let's start there. And then they have to retreat 2 hexes. They can go to movement covered terrain, and then they'll drop back to here. And this goes away. And my units that will advance, I'm going to advance, well, I want to recover a step, so I can't be in the zone of control. So let's just do this. And that's going to go away too. All right, so we're making our way up, doing some damage. I like that. He took the road and then he went out, yes, so he's allowed to do that. All right, so hold on, guys, I'm just fixing something. All right, let's see what's going on here. So that's not going to count. There are 7 in Forest Rough. We are 10 plus another 10, which is 20. $36. So 36 to 7, which is 5 to 1. And I want to leave that on there so I don't forget. 5 to 1. Forest. Ships. We get 1 for PA, but we lose it for the artillery, so it stays where it is. There's no IP because they're still building one. I don't have any leaders that can help. And yeah, there's no adjacent defender to help. So we're good. So let's stop there. Dice modifiers, combat reserve, none, rib. They're gonna get CCB, so minus 10. However, we have which units were they again? It was this, oh yeah, it was just these. So we have Zan, it's 5, 10, 15 because of the engineer, 20, 25. Oh, it's 1 step, so it's only 5, 10, 15. Engineers could be 1 step or 2 step. So we have 15 to that 10, so it's just a +5 on rib. Next is armor. They have a 4. We have a 6, so we're better than them by 2. However, the forest is going to take away 2, so we're back to 0. And last, the lead unit. I'm going to go in with 7, and they're an 8, so minus 5. So we then are at 0 on dice modifiers. $13, the Germans roll. It's just a star. 61. And they're off the chart. nothing's gonna happen. So we were sitting here. We rolled a 13. It's a star, so they gotta roll their PR, well, less than their PR. And then they rolled, as you can see here, 61. Greater than 51, no effect. And that was their roll. So really, we're not doing much to break through this thing. I gotta tell you, the 7th armor has been holding up. Let's now see if they fail their PR. 5, they are good. So let me fix this. All right, so nothing happens. No effect. Everyone goes back. We really have to get behind these guys. When I can get these Stooks to go around. Problem is, it's mud. And so it's slow moving. In mud, we're half our movement rate, unless you're on a primary or secondary road continuously. If you are, you can move your full movement, but we're not. Okay, so that is that for this area. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. And next turn, when the Germans move up, we'll have more of Panzerlehr ready to smash into the 10th armor. We also have, as you can see, the 9th SS. We have the 9th SS moving down. And I'm trying to see what I should have done. It was my mistake, some blunder. The 26th Infantry should have came down and fought in the forest. They should have came down here. And the 9th SS should have came around here in the back. And been inside the rough and the clear terrain, which I'm probably gonna detour them back up because there's a road right here. And I'll probably do that. Just come right up this road. Make sure that this unit is off the road. Artillery can be on the road as long as it's in battery, so they won't interfere with road movement. But I'm gonna have to get these guys down and come in this way to watch their flank, because I need Panzerlehr to spearhead straight in with all their forces. All right, guys, I think that's it. Let me end the video here and talk later.